multidisciplinary learning approach allows a subject to borrow concepts and techniques from other subjects. Multidisciplinary learning offers curriculum integration to focus on different perspectives that illustrates a topic, a theme, an issue, a project, or any subject. Multidisciplinary education aims to develop all capacities of learners, be it intellectual, aesthetic, social, physical, emotional, or moral, but in an integrated manner. Here's a glimpse of how Billabong High International School, Noida, is implementing multidisciplinary learning approach for attaining the highest global standards of quality education system.
Interdisciplinary approach helps to recall and reinforce concepts across all subjects. It helps learner develop learning and become lifelong learner as content across disciplines or subjects is woven together.
Humans are adding toxic waste into our oceans. Overfishing is endangering marine life. Humans have 13 million metric tons of plastic every year into the sea. Have you heard about water footprint? I have learned this in my maths class. It includes our tap water use and the virgin water used to produce your food, electricity, gas and home goods. We are reading about the cherry tree by Ruskin Bond. The story talks about the seed's germination to a big beautiful tree loaded with flowers and fruits. Water is the most important thing for a seed to grow. In the story, the cherry tree shows resilience and the ability to withstand adversities of nature. Water and music, such a soothing combination. In science, we have studied that water can be musical too. Yes, I'm talking about gender. Thank you.
To make the learners understand the application and technicality of language is definitely not a piece of cake. But yes, when it is done with a multidisciplinary approach in the classes, it becomes not only easy for the children, but also a bit engaging and enhances the collaborative learning.
Mathematics came to our rescue. We enjoyed doing tally, chart and learning parts of speech simultaneously. Art was integrated in learning. It was easy for us to learn and apply. We designed bookmarks with examples of different parts of speech. It was fun to learn. In this time, during the advancement of the digital world, what better way to share our ideas through storyboard? Learning parts of speech and creating a storyboard was not only an exciting way to learn, but also gave us the platform to create something independent. Emotions, we all go through it. And what a better way to learn interjections. Through this helpful worksheet, we not only have learned a new part of speech, but we have also learned to manage and express one of the important life skills. Yes, managing emotions. Taking care of our planet is not only the need of the heart, but is also our moral and social responsibility.
Multidisciplinary approach is a whole or comprehensive method that covers an idea, topic or text by integrating multiple knowledge domains to make the learners understand the process of metamorphosis. In Rock Cycle, the learners integrated it with different subjects like history, geography, maths and art. Multiple disciplinary approach is very powerful method in order to enhance the scope and depth of learning.
The rock cycle and cycle of butterflies was quite intricate, but left a lot of questions lingering in our mind. This was then explained with the help of rock, the help of maths. The rocks take thousands of years to form when they are put under a lot of heat and pressure, and how one rock changes its form to form another type of rock.
In our social science class, we came across an interesting word, metamorphosis. Though it started with some confusion, it did ring a bell. We have heard this word also in science while learning the cycle of butterfly.
We have also noticed this process of metamorphosis in history, and we have also watched the videos of the same to understand the evolution of early humans, how it was evolved and how the early human beings moved from being hunter and gatherer to farmers.
To understand it in a better way, we did an activity in our pottery class in which we represented the process of metamorphosis in our own way. We applied pressure on the pottery clay, used tools and water to create the model just like rocks. Rocks are also put under pressure by the natural environment. Don't you think it's amazing how the same concept is explained in several ways, making it impossible for us to forget?
Multidisciplinary education is a unique educational approach that allows learners to learn and explore different topics through various disciplines. To improve learners' understanding on the topic multiple reflection of light and make it more productive and enjoyable, we integrated it with different subjects like English, social science, mathematics and visual art.
We learned the concept of multiple reflections of light during our science class, and it is very exciting to know how we can relate other disciplines also to this concept of science. As taught during our art class, we could use the correct techniques and methods of drawing straight lines neatly in the accurate depiction of the concept during the science class. During one of our art classes, when we were learning about representation of still life, I was able to relate the topic of multiple reflections of light that I had learned during the science class.
We learned the concept of multiple reflections in our science class. Initially, we couldn't understand, but when we got to know that the concept of angles is also implemented in this, it was pretty easy to understand, as we already got to learn the concept of angles in geometry in our maths class. It was very interesting to see and understand the concept of multiple reflections during this activity, which we could relate to experience during our visits to science laboratories and classroom activity.
Writing has always been very reflective for me in the sense that I am able to express myself very freely and confidently. As we discussed about narrative writing in our English class, I was able to relate to how our writing is a personal experience and a personal reflection of things that we observe and experience on a daily basis. The characters, the plots, the narratives and the situations that we choose can all be taken and inspired from real life people and real life experiences.
We learned the concept of multiple reflections in our science class. During the discussions, our teacher also helped us to relate the concept to the historical monument Shishmala, which is also known as the Palace of Mirrors, named so for the thousands of mirrors, mirror tiles, and colored glasses that would adorn its walls and ceiling.
The learners were able to connect the topic to different subjects through real-life experiences and observations, and they were able to reinforce their understanding of the topic.
Today we are here to discuss the theme of sound. Now in English we have a chapter titled The Sound of Music, which is a biographical article about the prominent musician Evelyn Glennie and late Ustad Bismillah Khan. So here we have tried to conceptualize and integrate all other subjects here, multidisciplines, for a better understanding of the chapter.
Sound is critically important in our life. We just finished the chapter in the book Beehive, The Sound of Music, in which we talked about the late Ustad Bismillah Khan, who drew inspiration from the sound of flowing water of the river Ganges and created ragas that were earlier considered far beyond the reach of Shehnai. And Evelyn Glennie, an inspiring musician who faces challenges bigger than most, as she is profoundly deaf.
So here we have a glass bowl which is covered with saline paper, and on top of that we have rice grains. These rice grains will get attracted to this instrument we have right here, and they will move. So here we go. So now I will hit this instrument with the spoon. As you can see, the rice grains move.
Today I will explain how sound produces vibration. Here I have a glass bowl filled with water.
On my left hand, I have a tuning fork, and on my right hand, I have a spoon. When I strike this tuning fork with a spoon, vibrations are produced. As you see, the water splash.
Have you ever heard singing of a koel in the morning? I would like to demonstrate all of the koel.
I can hear. Patter of the raindrops, stutter of speech, flutter of birds, and the clutter of the tropic screech. I do hear the mutter of hush, the flurry of the waterfall gush, the buzzing of bees, the scurry of squirrels. I can listen to the worry of heartbeats, the thunder of clouds, the seven notes, and the sailing of boats. Who says I'm specially abled? I say I'm perfectly enabled. My ears might be disabled, but my body is all capable.
And the topic today we are talking about is money and banking, which is related to a subject economics. The problem that we will be discussing regarding this topic is printing of a currency. To find the better solution, we have tried to integrate in various subjects like a history or math, business studies and accountancy. So to get the better result, we try to have many objectives like learner will be learning about how the function of the bank work, how to print a currency, what are the various forms of currency, what is the difference between a digital currency and a paper currency.
Money and banking are essential in today's time and day. We've learned about money and banking in economics, but learning it with history and correlating it has helped us learn it better. Today I'll be talking about the evolution of money. In ancient times, agricultural produce was used as the means for exchange. This system was known as the barter system.
The concept of money and banking helps in understanding how the economy works during times of extreme recession, such as an unprecedented pandemic.
I am integrating money and banking with the subject maths. I have tried to relate this with the help of a graph. We have tried to explain this with the relation of inflation and amount of currency produced.
Money and banking is a very integral part in our everyday life. However, there still exists some confusion amongst people about the various forms of the banking transaction. Money and banking also play a very prominent role in the maintenance of accounts, as majority of the transactions done in today's time are through banking institutions.
We have studied money and banking economics, but we can integrate it in business studies. Business finance is needed in the workings of the business because it helps to meet short-term and medium-term financial needs of the business. Commercial banks acts as an important institution to the economy because it gives institutional credits to its customers.